Hey there, everyone. Just wanted to make a quick video talking about, of course, Soul Sacrifice, which just came out recently. But I don't really want to talk about the game. Well, I do, but I don't want to talk so much about the content of the full game, but the content difference between the demo and the full game, which I haven't finished the game, obviously. It just came out like a day or two ago, so I'm not incredibly far in, but I did put about 30 hours into the demo, and which is a little crazy, I'll admit. But the the demo and the game, the actual retail game, are slightly different. There are some differences, and I'll explain those. I'll talk about those now. The demo First, the demo has the first part of the story, the kind of introductory part, and the missions for that and the full game are the same. So that part is okay. But there was another part that was just kind of boss battles you could do later on in the game, and those are completely missing from the retail game. They're not gone. Just the way they were in the demo is not how they are in the game. So you can't, for example, if you save a monster after you kill it, you don't sacrifice it, the person that comes out of the monster will join your party. Not like a party, but they'll join you and you can use them later on in missions if you want to. And from the demo to the game, you actually couldn't, some of them disappeared. So either they'll show up again later in the game or they're just gone. I don't know. I haven't come across anybody that I had in the demo that I didn't have in the full game yet. But I might. Who knows? But, I haven't fought everything. But there are a few differences that are more interesting now. Um, the first thing I noticed when playing through is that the kind of achievement system is different. And I'm not talking about like achievements or trophies. I mean, in each battle there are kind of things you can do to get points. And those points determine how good you cleared the battle. So you have like third rate, second rate, first rate, and legendary mostly. And those points determine what you get from the battle, what spells you'll learn, and what kind of special items you'll get. And I noticed that from the demo to the retail game, the point totals are different. Plus, there's more, which you know makes it actually pretty easy to get legendary in almost every situation. I had all like normally for example, in the first few battles, I played through the stuff I already played through the initial part again in the retail version just to check it out, and I noticed that in some cases you really had to try hard to get the legendary ranking in the demo. There was like certain things you really had to do. You had to do it a certain way, or you weren't going to get legendary. There was like you had to do the most amount of stuff you could possibly do in the round to get legendary. And now in the retail game, there are a lot of extra things you can do, and the point totals are different. So you actually get a lot more points for doing some things than you did before. So it's ridiculously easy to get legendary. Like wasn't even trying, and I got legendary in every single battle from obviously in the beginning. But the thing is that it changed a few things up in the point scoring that kind of changes the way you play the game. And I say that because in the demo, if you cleared a stage without taking damage, you got 100 points towards your legendary ranking. And generally, if you're over like 350, 400 range, you're going to get legendary. So not taking damage was a way to get 100 points. But another way to get 100 points was to sacrifice yourself. So literally, you get 100 points towards the end of the battle if you die. Which is also the thing that if you get sacrificed, you'll get a bonus magic spell at the end. So what they did in the retail version, though, is that now if you clear a battle with 150, I mean with full health, you get 150 points, which is a lot. I mean, and now if you die and get sacrificed, I think it's 80 points. It might be even less, but I'm pretty sure it's 80 now. meaning it actually matters. If you want to get legendary, a lot of times you can't sacrifice yourself. I mean, you probably could actually with the added stuff, but it makes it a little more difficult. Whereas before, you would just go through, get your counter points, get your extra bonus points, and then kill yourself because you have your partner sacrifice you, and you'd get legendary. And a lot of times, it was easier to do that than actually fighting because your partners would kill everything. So, yeah, those points are actually different now, and the points for getting like a follow up attack on a frozen enemy, and I mean like a locked enemy basically. Like there's elemental attacks where you can lock enemies, and this will lock them in place, usually with electricity or fire or ice or poison or stone, which are the 5 elements that you can use. But it'll lock them in place, and if there's a certain follow-up attack that's the weak point for that element, it'll do a kind of explosive damage on them. Which the point total for that, for getting that, used to be 30 points for getting a follow-up, and now it's 60. So it's pretty easy to get those follow-ups if you know the rate, what they are for each item. So it makes getting legendary really easy, which might be fine for a lot of people, but it does kind of take a little bit of the pressure off of getting legendary on each stage because it makes the challenge of it a little bit easier. Which I guess it's okay. It's not terrible. What else? The graphics are a little different. The enemies are, of course, look a little better. The stages are a little more detailed. The magic is a little more detailed. So previously, some of magic I was using a lot wasn't very detailed. It looked like little shards of something, and now they actually look like items. So look like little ice roses or something, which is cool. It actually makes it better. So beyond that, I'm having a lot of fun with this game so far. I've put a lot of time into it already. I've had it for a couple days, so since Thursday. So Thursday night I played it a little, and then Friday and a bit today. So that's about it. I put a couple hours in, 8 or so maybe, and yeah, I'm progressing the story, and it's interesting. The characters are cool. The story is interesting. It has like a lot of weird kind of side stories and unformed memories and things that you'll go through that are interesting. It's like the story is really interesting. The creatures are all dark and creepy, and the stories behind them are interesting. And even the characters you can recruit are creepy weirdos. In some cases, sometimes they're good, but a lot of times they're just like creepy maniacs and stuff, which is kind of funny. So like you get all these like it's very gothic horror themed, which is something I really enjoy. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Soul Sacrifice, to talk about the differences between the demo and the main version. I'll actually give a full impressions on this game once I clear the main story. I'll probably be playing it for a long time online, even after I finish the story, but whatever. I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. So yeah, when Soul Sacrifice comes out, definitely buy it. I can tell you that right now. Definitely buy it. Definitely one of the best games on the Vita, and a game that will be great to play online with people. So if anyone wants to play, hit me up. So yeah, guess I'll catch you guys later. That's all I really wanted to say. So see you next time.